My name's Sam Bennett, and I work at Adam Mickiewicz University in Poznan in Poland. I'm a linguist, but I actually come from sort of political science, sociology as well. So I try and combine my linguistic side with those fields as well. So I'm going to be running a course at the summer school called Critical Discourse Analysis, Text, Context, and Power. And so with my work with critical discourse analysis, it means that I combine sort of analytical and methodological approaches based in linguistics with theories from sociology and political science. And I focus looking on issues of discursive constructions of migration, belonging, exclusion, and at the moment, sort of legacies of colonialism. It's really for people from lots of different fields, I think. Political science, like I said, sociology, international relations, communication, media, linguistics as well. And anyone from those fields really who really want to learn how to qualitatively analyze data in a way that takes into account the socio-political contexts that these discourses are produced in, and who are also interested in maybe questions of power relations as well, and how power relations impact on discourses and those spaces in which they're produced. You don't need a background in linguistics at all. I personally didn't know linguistics until I started my PhD. But a background in sort of any type of language communication, an idea of certain sort of sociological theories would be great, but it's absolutely not a, it wouldn't exclude you if you didn't have those really. I guess one of the key practical outcomes really, and this is what I try and always do when I run a methods course, which I've done a couple of times before, is that it's kind of to give you an understanding of how to build a research project that focuses on a student's chosen topic of study and which integrates critical discourse studies as their key analytical approach. So towards the end of the week on the course, we're going to be trying to think about how can we actually each individually integrate CDS into our own projects, and how we might be able to best choose those analytical frames that suits our data. So that's one of the major practical outcomes, I think. As well as that, we'll be covering how we integrate socio-political theories concerning populism, race, gender, public sphere, colonialism, how these can be used alongside more linguistic-based text analyses in these sort of super interesting interdisciplinary projects that a lot of PhD students and MA students will be working on. I try and make it as interactive as possible. Whenever I teach critical discourse studies, whether it's for BA levels, MA level, or for sort of workshops with academics, I try and make my classes quite hands-on. So obviously there's going to be some time when I'm going to be doing some of the talking with the lecture element of things, but we'll also be analyzing real texts and genres, right? So we'll be working with real data in order to put your newfound skills of analyzing discourse into practice and to gain confidence in your abilities, right? And also, really importantly, how to interpret your findings, but not over-interpret your findings. And on top of that, so as well as working with all this different data, real data, I really enjoy it when students critically engage with some of the more theoretical texts and lectures that I give, right? I try and learn as much in these classes and courses as possible myself. Fun facts, no. I don't think critical discourse studies is a space for fun facts necessarily. But I would say, though, that if I was trying to sort of convince someone to do it, I would say that if you are a student, if you're someone who's researching, who's interested in trying to understand the relationship between language and power and inequalities, then this is really the course for you. So anyone working with racism, any forms of exclusion, could be gender exclusion, could be sexual exclusion, should be class inequalities, anything like that, and who want to qualitatively analyze their data, then I really think this is the course for you.